My mother forced me to sacrifice my dreams, so I left a letter and disappeared. My hands trembled as I folded the letter, sealing the words that had weighed on my heart for years. My name is Daniel, and this is the story of how I chose myself for the first time in my life. Growing up, my younger sister, Olivia, was the sun around which our family revolved. My mother spoiled her endlessly, indulging her every whim while I was expected to be the responsible, self-sacrificing older brother. If Olivia wanted something, she got it. If she messed up, I was the one cleaning up after her. And if she failed, somehow it was my fault for not guiding her properly. I thought things would change when I became an adult. I worked tirelessly, putting myself through college with part-time jobs and sleepless nights, while Olivia barely lifted a finger. She had no ambition, no drive, just an expectation that the world, and especially I, would cater to her. After years of struggle, my dream finally materialized. I was offered a once-in-a-lifetime job overseas. It was everything I had worked for, an opportunity to build a future, to prove that all my sacrifices had been worth it. But then, my mother demanded that I give it up. "Daniel," she said, her voice calm but firm, "you can't leave. Olivia needs you. She's not ready to take care of herself." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Mom, I've spent my entire life taking care of her. This is my chance. I deserve this." "She's your sister," she replied coldly, as if that was the only argument she needed. "Family comes first." I wanted to scream. Wasn't I family too? Didn't I deserve happiness? That night, I sat in my room staring at the acceptance email on my laptop screen. The opportunity felt so close, yet so out of reach. I knew that, if I stayed, I would never leave. There would always be another excuse, another reason for me to put my life on hold for Olivia. My dreams would rot in this house while she continued living without a care in the world. And so, I made a decision. I quietly booked a one-way ticket, packed my bags, and at the break of dawn, I left behind a letter that read, "Mom, I love you, but I refuse to let my life be sacrificed any longer. I have spent years giving, supporting, and carrying burdens that were never mine. I have always been the responsible one, while Olivia was given everything without effort. But responsibility is not a curse. It is not a weight meant to keep me shackled. I have dreams, Mom. And for once, I am choosing myself. I hope one day you will understand that I am not abandoning you. I am saving myself. Goodbye." Daniel, I turned off my phone before I could receive the inevitable flood of calls and guilt-tripping messages. For the first time in my life, I was free. The flight was surreal. As I watched the city lights fade beneath me, I felt lighter than I had in years. I wasn't running away. I was running toward something greater, toward a life where I wasn't just a background character in Olivia's story, but the main protagonist of my own. Was it terrifying? Absolutely. But for the first time, I felt alive. As I landed in my new city, I was overwhelmed with a sense of possibility. I had no safety net, no one to fall back on, but I had myself, and that was enough. I stepped out into the fresh air, taking in the sights, the sounds, the energy of a place that didn't hold the ghosts of my past. Days turned into weeks, and I slowly built a life from scratch. I found an apartment, a small but cozy space where every inch felt like it belonged to me. I immersed myself in work, thriving in a job I had once only dreamed of. For the first time, I was valued for my skills, my efforts, not for what I could give up for someone else. There were difficult moments, nights where doubt crept in, where I wondered if I had made the right choice. But then I would remind myself of the life I left behind, a life where my dreams were always second to someone else's comfort, and I knew I had done the right thing. One evening, as I sat on my balcony watching the city lights, a message popped up on my phone. It was from Olivia. "I never realized how much you did for me. I miss you, Danny." For a moment I considered responding. But then I put my phone down and took a deep breath. I would reply when I was ready. For now, I was living my life, on my terms. And you, watching this story, if you've ever felt trapped, burdened by expectations that were never yours to bear, remember this. You have the right to chase your dreams. You have the right to live for yourself. If you liked this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to bring you more stories like this. Until next time, stay strong and never stop fighting for your happiness.